Why, Oos? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Why Oops, the number one podcast that helps you pass time. And how do we do that? By bringing in special guest hosts like my Oos right here, Jbid, you know what I'm saying, to educate our viewers or even just share his part of his profession when it comes to investing. You know, it can invest with what? With stocks. You can invest with Bitcoins, any kind of investment you can think of. My man right here has some kind of great experience on that level, man. Jbid, welcome back to the platform, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Excited to do this episode, the continuation of our last episode.
Yeah, man, we had a good quite a few listeners on that one. That first episode of the year, bro. I mean, a lot of people that was pretty interested in investing and stuff. Some of them, I was told that they were actually going play for play. So when you were showing how to whatever we was doing, the options and stuff, they were actually testing it out themselves too. So big ups to you, bro.
Nice, nice, and that's the goal, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Share this, and hopefully our coconut heads will run with it. And I'm sure there are geniuses out there that they will do better than me, which is that's the whole goal. Yeah.
Well, at least that's what we're all about, right? Sharing information to our coconuts and everybody in the world that's interested in just having to change the pace in their life, Jbid, man, we talked last time we had a conversation. You was showing the viewers, how you do and how you start on one of the trades that you use. What do you have in store for our listeners today, brother?
Well, today I want to continue on my favorite strategy, option trading strategy. The last time just to review, we were talking about how to retire young. And for those who do not want to do the work, do not want to do the research, they just go on and invest in the S&P 500 and just dollar cost average weekly or monthly. And 20 years from now, you'll have a lot of money. You'll be wealthy. So the key is to start right now. But today, I want to talk about my favorite option strategy. And this strategy would generate weekly income, bi-weekly income, or monthly income. So that's what I want to talk about. So options, it describes as the word is, you have options to trade. And there's a negative narrative kind of tied to option. I remember when I first started trading, I'd say, do not trade options. It's risky. But when you start to do your research, there are so many ways to trade. That's what options are. So just to name a few: credit spread, iron condor, cover calls, verticals, butterfly, broken wind butterfly, J-Liz, just to name a few. But there's so many strategies out there that you can trade. And there's a website you can learn all of it, but it will take time. But the one that I focus on right now, and I love it, this is the one, you generate you income. It's called the wheel, like spinning the wheel. And the wheel is a combination of two strategies. It's the cover call and cash secure puts. So just to get started with that. And sometimes when you research and trying to look at YouTube, I have a challenge to understand a lot of these investors, how they explain things. So I wanted to share in my own way, break it down to our coconut heads in our own way to keep it simple, so to speak, because sometimes we lack the vocabulary, and when it gets too technical, it gets over our head, right? Okay, so what I do encourage, or many encourage, as far as this option is, just pick a stock, just pick a company. Like, for example, you've done your research. What's a good company that you want to invest in?
Let's say Tesla. Tesla.
Okay. So do you know how much, what's the price of Tesla right now?
What is it, like 500, 700?
Right now it's 185 a stock.
185, 185?
Yes, 185.
Wow, it dropped. Oh, go ahead, carry
Yes, it
on.
dropped.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, carry on.
yeah, it dropped. So what in the option world, it's set in stone, you need to have 100 shares. Or if you want to on the buy side, you were um if you want to buy option like contract, it requires two, or you've been responsible of 100 shares of the seller. So, but the strategy I'm trying to share, it's selling options, not buying. And statistically speaking, maybe I can share my screen, or I can share this. Selling options is 80 to 90% profitable versus buying.
Wow.
Yeah. And I here's a good illustration. So which position would you like to be in? The person that goes to casino or Las Vegas, or do you want to be the owner of Las Vegas or the casino, so to speak? Hmm.
Well,
What do you think?
it's the answer is plain, man. You be the owner. You become the
Yes,
casino, right? The table or whatever they call it. The house. There you go. You
the
become the
house.
house. The house wins. Yep.
Right, right. And that's what we all wanted to be. So the sellers are the owners of these assets. So what they do is what they have is assets. They own a casino, and so such as selling options to you own stocks, 100 stocks at least, or could be 200, 500. So you own these assets. So to break it down to you, this is my simple illustration that came up to how selling option is. Imagine that you own a house, right? So you
Hmm.
bought your house, for example, 100,000. Now you want to sell your house. So when you sell your house, what do you do? Like, okay, the process working. I know you own a couple houses in the past. Well, how do you go about it if you want to sell a house?
You want to, if you real estate, a realtor, you get a hold of a realtor to go ahead and do that for you. But again,
Yeah.
if you can do it yourself, then you advertise it yourself on
Yes.
Facebook and even like realestate.com, realtor.com, stuff like that, yada yada yada.
Right. So the realtor, right? The agent. So you hire an agent, right? And then
Hmm.
this person trying to sell your house higher, right? But the same thing with options. You own 100 share of a stock and you hire somebody, but what he will do is he will try to sell your stocks 100 shares at the higher price. But the best thing about it, you, the owner, would determine the price and the contract. But here's the key point. The contract, you will get paid for it. You still with me on that one?
Yep.
It pay premium. So when you make this contract, automatically he will pay you, I don't know, $50 or $100 per contract. So depending on the time. So not only you get paid right away, then you wait till the end of that contract, whether the house or your 100 shares will be sold at the higher price, you get paid again. But what you want to bank on is those premiums from the contract. That's what makes it a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly income.
Okay,
But
now, yep,
yes,
yep. So from my understanding, in order to get a good profit, you want to at least have 100 shares
yes,
of whatever you're going to invest in. Now
yes.
let's go more to. Can you give us a share? I mean, a company out there that has within the double digit instead of the triple digit numbers. Do you know of anyone right now that we can look up? I mean, I know
Like
the
double digit, double
but
digit,
like
double
20,
digit.
yeah, $17 a share, $20, $50 a share. You know any that's out there right now at the moment?
Oh, part of a cruise line. That's one.
Partner, what's their code?
Oh, their ticker symbol is CCL. So
CCL. And what are they running right now?
it's $15
Oh
a
wow.
share.
Oh, okay. So my question now, So let's go with
Uh-huh.
$15 is a more doable number for putting more, especially when we're talking about 100 shares. So $15 multiply 100 shares. That's 1,500.
Yes,
That's a
that's
thousand
doable.
five hundred. So what you're saying is this is a kind of I wouldn't say trick, but this is one of your playbooks, the strategy.
Yes.
This is one of your strategies. That's not bad. That's actually a good valid point there, brother. And then you
But
and then you're saying then who you're talking about the people that's gonna go ahead and try to sell it to the biggest bid. Who are they called? What are those people called?
the options buyer.
The options buyer. Now, are those folks that we see on TV that are at New York, the Times Square? I mean, not Times Square, but what is the name of the big Wall Street? Wall Street.
Wall
So
Street.
with all those
Well,
people out there, is that those people trying to sell the tickets? For the highest bidder?
yes, a lot of people are involved, like hedge funds,
Mm-hmm.
retail investors, they're all part of it. And then the big, like, whales, they're all part of the market makers. They buy it too, they sell it too. So it's flooded with sellers and buyers of the option strategy. They call it the derivative trading options. They make it, derivative, it just the whole, general word for options.
But what you're
So
trying to share with us today is you mentioned that you do a weekly trade. You're like a
yes,
selling. Okay.
selling weekly so you can earn income. So I know you went to, I get it, for us, you want something cheap, right? But I was trying to go to the Magnificent Seven, because it's more safer. The Magnificent Seven are Apple, Microsoft, Google, Tesla. Well, Tesla is very volatile. Nvidia. So if you own 100 share of those, then you can run this strategy, because the people that are very successful in doing this, they just focus on the blue chip companies, as they call it. But I get it, for us, coconut heads, we want cheaper stock. So I'm not going to recommend that. You have to do your own research and find out which one you like to invest in and get 100 shares.
It
Is that all
wasn't
right?
that it wasn't that I was trying to go with the cheap part. It was like I wanted to go more of mathematic wise. Let's lower the
Yes.
number to get the understanding of it. Because I was like, oh, now I get it. I get it.
Yes.
I operate more in that level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But but to say what but to go off of what you were saying with, like, for example, for Tesla, and for the stock right now is 185 per share. And basically, I need to have at least $20,000 in my account or able
Right.
to get that money of 20, or can there be a credit? Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing in the trade world? We're like, hey, put this on my credit or something like that. Is there such a thing like that?
Yes, they do too. The
Wow.
problem is, yes, and this is all part of this learning. The problem is you need to reach a 25K account. Then what happened is all these entities or the platforms will loan you money to trade on top of that.
Oh, so it's kind of like you got to be seasoned. You got to be one of those members, those players that they know. Oh, he's pretty. So yeah, you're credited your name, your company. But you know what,
Uh,
Jbid? To be honest with you,
mhm.
the teaching you're teaching, bro, 18,000, bro. We're talking about $18,500 to be exact. If we was to get 100 shares of Tesla right now,
Yes.
that's where I believe networking, having partners that everybody can chip in to. Is that where you're trying to get to? Where it seems like,
Yeah, you can do that too. Like, hey, let's have a family meeting. Let's all
yeah,
invest in Tesla. Weekly, put our money in. Once you get 100 shares, then you can start to run the wheel or
because
do the cover calls.
we're pretty much investing that within 1 week to see the turnout, right?
Yes, the 1 week. Tesla, they have really okay. I'll show you. Tesla's they have really nice premium. The problem is it's very volatile. One day it will go like skyrocket, then the following day it will dive down. So just be warned about Tesla, unless you
Okay.
really good technical analysis. People that read the charts, then they can time it right. But companies are good as Apple, Amazon, Google. They're very, very stable. And those are the good ones I can recommend to run the wheel.
Now,
So
I want to, I still want to extend on this. Where I'm trying to get to is I'm upset, not in an emotional way. Maybe that's the wrong word. Maybe that's the wrong word. I just wish I was on the riding the wave when the whole thing about what was it? GameStop. Remember that one?
yeah, I remember that. But
Man,
that's
the
but that's
pussycat, man, bro. I know it's a different, I know it's what they were doing.
me.
He was holding the stock to
Yeah.
for the anyways, people go watch that. What is it called? Dumb. It's on Netflix right now, anyways. But I would like to know, or at least to help the listeners too. Do we have that kind of community for the coconuts, so where we can all kind of just at least have somebody giving us information, and we all are like, okay, like a little community? Do we have anything like that in our coconut or Polynesian community that
No,
you know of, bro?
no community. And for GameStop, they call it meme stocks,
Meme stock,
because
yeah.
like everybody is a big community will join. But if you want to go that route, it's on Reddit. They have like Wall Street bets and
Yeah,
who
that's a whole
millions and
different level.
billions.
But
Yeah,
I think my I guess my question is, brother, would something like that, forming a group to where, like,
uh,
not doing what GameStop is doing, but just to have that kind of community, do you think that's beneficial to our coconuts? Because I think it is. If we was to create a community, maybe on Facebook or even on Twitter, or even on TikTok, to host a live event to where we're talking with everybody, we all invest in it, and just, what do you think?
yeah,
What's your thought
no,
process?
I think it's a good to start a community. I thought about it too, but
Mhm.
problem is I'm not out there. Like I like to do my own thing and
Mhm.
test it out, still learning. But yeah, many people do it. Like they have subscribers in the community to start. I forgot something Patreon or whatever. Like a lot of investors, they don't have
Patreons.
a
You're talking about
Patreons, yes.
they have a Patreon. Yep.
And then they look at their trades and all that. You have to have a following and all that. Yeah, I think for someone out there would like to do that, yeah, go for it. And then to keep the coconut heads update with the trades, the market and everything. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, so
it's a
where we
good.
can where we can do something like that and invite people like you to come in, so that way we have a whole bunch of Jbids of coming in, educating, and everybody kind of ride that wave, kind of testing the waters, is joining the community, because you got to admit, bro, every ethnicity has their own community when it comes to finance. Don't Can you agree
Right.
with me on that one?
Yes, I agree.
I
Yes.
I see it. I see it in the
Yep.
Asian community. I see it in the Black community, the white community,
Right.
Hispanic. They're all
Yep.
like in together when it comes to this particular category. And I think it's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like what you said
I-
earlier. The thing is, when they talk a little bit technical stuff of vocabulary that I can't even fathom, they lose me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's good. If you want to start one, go ahead. I mean, I thought about it. It just it needs time, and a lot of
yeah,
times,
we need a team. We need a team to orchestrate this and get it together. But anyways, to the listeners, man, the 60 listeners, man, shout out to y'all. Let us know, man. Leave a comment on our YouTube. Leave a comment on Facebook. We're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But carry on, brother. Sorry. I just everything it's the fact that how you broke it down, it just clicked and I understand now, So I'm like, oh. But yeah,
All
carry
right.
on. We were still
Okay,
at the
so
weekly price plus contract premium. That's where we were at with the hedges.
yes, so the one cover call first, the first part of the strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine you own 100 shares of Tesla. Let's just stick to Tesla because you
Okay.
mentioned Tesla. Yeah, I know it's a lot of money, a lot of capital, but I want the coconut heads to
18,500, just to be exact. Go ahead.
yes, I want to sometimes hope and the goal is always great, right? So I want the coconut heads, we all shoot for that. But if you want to go for the lower ones, yes, you can do that too. There's a plenty of company stocks out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you how to go about writing options contract. So this is the platform I trade on. This is a Thinkorswim, and this is Tesla. So you see, this is Tesla 185. You see my arrow right here?
Yep, yep.
And Tesla is on a dip, and this is like a day candle. So if you look at these candles represent 1 day, 1 day, 1 day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I can change it up. Like I can go 1 minute. This was today how Tesla moves, but I'll stick to one candles.
When you're saying one candle, that means 1 day.
1 day, yes.
Okay.
So candles, if you see here, has red candle here, red candle here. Green meaning this bullish is going up, and then red candle is a down day. Green is good day, down day. So this is how they move in the stock market based on the charts. So Tesla is 185. So imagine you own 100 shares of Tesla. So what in this platform, just bear with me. I know it's a learning process too. You go to monitor, or actually, sorry, you go to trade. And you see these dates right here?
Mm-hmm.
February 9, the year 2024. So these are the dates. You see, this will expire this coming Friday, 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
16, 10 days. So these are you get the contract.
Okay.
So let's imagine you already have 100 shares. So you wanted to try to sell for next week. So your contract will expire on February 16.
Mm-hmm.
So you click on this, and you'll see there's two sides. One is a put side, one is a call side. So I want to focus on just the call side, because the call side, you already own 100 shares. So 185, if you go down in the
And
middle,
then just break down what a call is. Is that where you're calling it that it's going to rise? The stock's going to go up?
yes. So to keep
And
it
then the
simple, yes,
put is it's going to dip. It's
going
going
to
to
dip, yeah,
drop. Okay, go ahead. For the listeners,
exactly.
if this is all new to you, Jbid, do you have a recommendation, a tutorial that can break this screen that we're looking at to the listeners? You have any recommendation?
Google it and YouTube it. They will break it down. How do you go about this platform?
Yeah, and what platform are you using?
Thinkorswim.
Think or Swim, and I will post that on the detailed description. Carry on, brother. Just want to make sure that our listeners are covering bases. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So if you follow my arrow, so this is where we
Mm-hmm.
at. So in the middle, they call it the strike price. So 185, that's the shares, the current price. So imagine you bought it 185, that's 18,500, right? Based
Yes.
on the 100.
$18,500. Yep, for 100
Right.
shares.
So now you want to sell it. Okay, you see the next number up, 187.5. The next number up, 190.
Mm-hmm.
So the next number, 192. So these are the prices are higher. So this is where you want to sell it higher. So I control that. If I 100 share, I control that. You still
So
with
when
me?
you see that, yeah, when you see the call going up, that's when you can sell. Whenever you want to
Yeah,
sell.
whatever I want to sell it. So like, for example, I want to sell it at 190, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's going to happen. In February 16, that will be next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If the price reaches 190, I will make $500
Extra per share.
extra per share. Yes, because it's 100 share.
Oh my God. So you're saying $500 times 100, that's how much you're going to be making.
Yes. So
Wow.
it's 185 and 190 is, they call it 5 points, right? $5. Five. Number 5 times 100 is 500.
That's
That's
50,000 shares. You're halfway there from what you will put in.
yeah, it's just 500. Yeah. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So it's not 50,000. It's $500 more.
500. Yes, just
Okay.
500.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you go to sell, don't buy, sell. So you go your sell, and then you sell single. So, okay, you see this price right here?
Why single though?
575. So single because it's a single contract.
Okay, you're not selling the whole 100. You're just selling one of them, which leaves you 99
Yes.
shares left.
Yeah,
Am I
so one contract, so, okay, let me rephrase. I'm sorry, let me try to make this understandable. So one contract is equal to 100 shares.
Oh, okay, so the whole 100. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you still with me on that one? So
Okay.
one contract is 100 shares, so two contract is 200 shares. So I'm
Mhm.
sticking to one contract. And I wish I would have a Robinhood account, be able to, it's just easier to look at.
It makes
But
sense what you're saying though. Every share, depending how many you're invested in, some shares can be only 20 shares in it. Some shares can be 50. But the strategy you're teaching us, it's great. It's a good idea to invest a share worth 100. Correct?
yes, like
Go
100
ahead.
shares, total shares. So you you own 100 shares of Tesla and you bought it at
185.
185. So
Mm-hmm.
now trying to sell the contract 190, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, so 185, 190. Okay. All right. Okay, you see this 365 here?
Okay.
365. So remember 100 shares. 365 times 100 is what?
Let me see. Is it 3.65 or just 365
Yeah, 3.65.
times 100?
Yes.
$365.
Yes. So keep it simple. If you see 3.65 is 365.
Okay, so do
So
not add the decimal. The decimal does not matter.
yeah, doesn't matter because it's 100 shares, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you own 100 shares. So 365, that's the premium you will get paid right away if you sell this contract. So in other words, as soon as I hit this button, confirm and send, I get 365 in my account right away based on this contract.
You didn't lose any money. You just gained yourself in 1 week.
I just
You
one
leveraged
week.
your money and you were able to get
Yes.
365. Nice.
Bingo. Yes. So I get paid right away based on this contract. So this is a premium that I was talking about. I get paid on a contract. So what I'm going to do now, I just wait till next week. So there's two things will happen. One, the price will go past 190,
Mm-hmm.
or two, the price will stay within below 190.
Okay.
So the contract I will have, I can't do anything till next Friday. That will be the 16th. So
So
if the
why?
price,
So when you say you can't do anything because you already sold your contract, so is it by law that you're not allowed to trade after you got to take a break a week after? Or what do you mean you can't do anything?
so because you're in a contract with, you already written the contract, yeah, you can break the contract. What happened is, I don't want to confuse, you have to pay exact amount to buy the contract out.
That's expensive. So it's better
Yeah,
to just
so
stick with it.
yeah, it's just so for example, you sell it here, 365, and like 2 days later, if you know what, I need my Tesla share, so you're gonna have to pay, to keep it simple, 365, or 360, something like that,
Oh, okay.
depending on,
Not the whole 18,000, but the penalty, whatever
no,
the profit was.
yeah, whatever the profit is.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
So
still good. It's worth
that's still good.
breaking
Yeah, it's
the
like, no,
penny.
I don't like, so you buy it back. But it
Hmm.
all depends how Tesla moves, like if it moves up sometime, you don't have to pay 365. You will pay 300 or 200, or sometime I have to pay 400, depending how it moves.
Yeah.
But if you want your 100 shares back, not in contract, you have to pay this premium back. So the best things is just wait till next week. There's two things going to happen. If it reaches 190, what happened is your 100 share will get assigned. By next week, if it's above 190, you will sell your shares. So
Well,
the
it
guy who
automatic.
works,
You want to sell your shares, or the guy will sell your shares because that's your target number you wanted to get to. I
yeah.
understand. Carry on.
So the guy will sell your shares. That's your agent. He
Hmm.
will sell it. at 190 because that's the contract. We'll sell at 190.
Yep. Yep.
So he gets a profit and you got a profit.
Yep.
So remember, it's 365 initially. That's what we got paid when I write the contract today, right?
Yes, 365.
And then if you remember, I mentioned now it's sold at 190, so that's 500.
Yes.
365 plus 500.
865.
So you just profit 865 within a week. Well, a week or days, a couple of days. So that's a weekly income. 365 in the premium plus 500. So what happened is he sold your 100 shares, so you would get all that money back. So 185,000. Remember, that's your original price, right?
Yes,
185
18,500. Yes.
plus that total profit that you just did was it
865. 865.
So 185 plus that, you get all that cash back to you.
Yes, you profited almost $1,000 if we near to, rounded to the nearest number. So that's a really
Yes.
good thing. But Jbid, so have you personally yourself been messing with these kind of numbers, that big of a number, within the $10,000, $18,000? Have you personal had a real life experience in that?
My IRA account or retirement account, yes.
Oh, well, no, that's a good
I manage our own retirement account. So yes.
okay. So like
Yeah.
coconuts. So that's a good point you brought, because I know that our Polynesian would be like, well, Jbid, I don't have $18,000. And if I did have it, it's gonna go to the family Falavelavas. But you brought up a valid point. If our people are educated in this, I think, because there's a lot of people, Polynesian, who's been working plus 10 years. Same
Yeah,
401k
yes.
that hasn't been touched. They can grab that 20,000 from the 401k. You can grab that
Yes.
1,800. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to talk to my wife to see if we can pull out $19,000 tonight and see if we can get that going.
And that's what happened is I pull out my 401k from the company. I
Mhm.
manage it myself, and then we combined. So if you do a transfer, you're not going to pay a penalty. So in other words, I control of our retirement account. Yeah, you can leave it there if you don't want to bother, but for some people like me, I like to manage my own
Yeah,
money.
your own
How
retirement.
how to
I
go
like
about
that.
it. So if you remember our last episode, I talk about the 401k. It's basically they take money out of your paycheck and they put it in the 401k, and 401k, I call it the S&P 500.
Oh
S&P
wow.
500.
Okay,
And
let's
then
get into that. Let's
yeah,
say
and then
that. Let's say that
yeah.
on our next conversation. We're gonna mark this. I want to talk about that because it's very important to me, for our listeners to understand that you can start trading right now. If you were working for past 3 years, well, for me, I know for 3 years, and if I broke my contract, I got $3,000 back, depending, but that was back in the day. But if I didn't break it, it was a $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there for 3 years at this one company I worked. But imagine if you're working 5 or 6 years in a company.
Yes.
There you go. That's the point. I want to save that for us to dig deep in, because that's a great conversation to have.
Yeah.
I myself
And
am willing to learn that.
yeah, and then I have another options account besides our retirement account. So that's the one I generate income weekly or bi-weekly to support ourselves down over here, in Thailand. So what I do encourage is to learn to go on it and trade and think or swim. They have paper money accounts. I think Robinhood have it too. Like you can start an account and just learn how to do the wheel strategy, cover call first. Just do it weekly. And once you comfortable with it or master it, then the next time we'll talk about, I like this one better. It's called cash secure puts. So it's
How you
cover
spell
call,
that? How you spell that? Cash.
cash, yeah,
I know the
sec
CASH, and then what?
secure,
Oh, secure. Okay.
want to secure something,
Mhm.
puts, puts, yeah,
PUT. Secure.
PUT. And the combination of that and the cover call will make it the wheel. So sometimes you hear some of these investor talks about spin the wheel on that company. So, and a lot of people, that's all they do nowadays, just to earn income. They don't work anymore. They have a lot of capital, like a 500,000 or 300,000, like an account, and that's all they do now. And they collect money and be able to replace their 9 to 5 job, and you only work less. So it's just something to encourage our good heads to shoot for the goal, shoot for the moon, and try to work hard and save money, invest and learn, and then hey, by 10 years from now, some of you might master this and financial freedom. As today, like we consider the cover call, so that's what a cover call is. So the cover call. So imagine you got all that money back. Now you're sitting on cash. So what are you going to do with the cash?
Well, you're going to invest. If you got the money to invest it back in, because it can only go up for so long before it's going to drop.
Okay, so now because this is part of the wheel. We only talk about half of the wheel. That's what I wanted to get to. There's a second part.
Carry on, my bad. I had too many questions, brother. I knew it was going to take long because I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll set it up for the next time. So now you're sitting on cash, 19,000 or whatever that number is, 19,500.
Hey, so listeners, y'all just drop, leave a comment. Leave a comment if Puni Moore talk too much and interrupt the Jbid on that part, because y'all getting some free gem. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars for these kind of stuff that Jbid you just giving it up for free, and I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, man, I like to share, and then based on studying on philosophies and the spiritual person, you give out to the universe, and the universe will give back.
There you go.
And anyways, you're sitting on cash. Now you're going to use that cash to do the next step, is cash secure puts. And to be continued, we'll talk about that. And that
on the next one. If you like what you hear, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Continue on, man. This is what I like. Man, Jbid, man, again, thank you for the time. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to continue this conversation on our journey when it comes to financial, I wouldn't say financial freedom. I say more of a understanding stock trading, like I want to stock trading. Options. Suddenly,
options, not the buying.
Yeah, because we don't have wolves inside more, so we're just gonna call you the little main lady. The Malay of Samoa. You know how they say the Wolf of Wall Street? You are the Malay. You're the Lupe. You are the Aetsu. No, you are the Aetsu of Wall Streeters. You know what I'm saying?
The Malay of Wall Street.
Come on, JP.
The shark of Wall Street.
There you go. You are the Malay of the Wall Street, man.
Hey,
we have our own, bro. We have our own. And that's you, bro.
I like that. That's a good one.
There you go. The Malia, man. You the shark of Wall Street, bro. But listeners, drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? This is only going to help us grow this. And if you like the idea of let's go ahead and create a community on whatever platform, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, we can arrange something like that. We'll go ahead and set up a Patreon too and get that going. Wow. So hey, thank you again, bro. That's all I got. So you have anything that you want to say, bro, before we close out?
No, that's it. Appreciate having you back on, and look forward to our future podcasts.
Oh yeah, man. And to the listeners, man, thank you very much. We will see y'all next time.
See ya.
Why? Oops.